We're here at Grayslake North High School to get some more insight on the impact that a year of online learning has had on language studies. It's estimated that about a quarter of all Americans take a language class in high school, and many top universities have a language requirement of at least 2 years. These classes are imperative for preparing students for their future. However, a year of online learning due to the COVID-19 pandemic has presented language classes with several problems.
So this is my ninth year at North in the education profession. It's been about 15 years that I'm in the business. And yeah, without a doubt, there's never been anything that I've witnessed that has impacted students and teachers for that matter as the whole pandemic year. Just absolutely unprecedented. First semester last year when we were primarily working entirely at home, when everybody was sort of in the same boat in that we're all just zooming in. I guess one thing that was a big factor was simply the fact that when we as the teachers were at home, we were not wearing masks. So I think that's a big deal when it comes to learning a language, just seeing the speaker's mouth moving. Something that kind of became more noticeable, I guess, when we shifted back to the hybrid model. When we had some kids coming in, it was very exciting for everybody to get back in the building. But then, of course, it was a challenge with some kids still being at home and then some people being in the classroom where we were wearing the masks. So, yeah, I think that the simple fact that we're wearing a mask when we were in the building made it perhaps a little bit of an extra obstacle, but at least we got to start the school year out where we were kind of getting everybody to get started by seeing us, getting to know us, albeit through Zoom, but at least seeing our mouths. So that was actually a major factor.
Are you doing anything different this year to make up for what happened last year?
Yeah, really good question. So we're really making a big effort, particularly in our department, to try to figure out where everybody is at. We always have a wide variety of diversity in terms of like language backgrounds in our classes, but certainly now more than ever, certainly some students seem to really thrive even in some ways learning from home. Others really had a hard time with it. So we're really trying to spend some real time at the beginning of the year to figure out where we're at, not losing anybody and kind of making anybody feel like, okay, I'm totally lost. So we're making a concerted effort to, I guess, I wouldn't say like slow it down so much as really take the time to figure out where everybody's at so we can get everybody moving to the next step.
Do you think that this will have any sort of long-lasting impact on students?
Yeah, that is the big question. I think time will tell, but I really think that we're very resilient in general as human beings. But I think in our community we really have handled it as well as we could. So I'd like to think that we're gonna bounce back from this and just kind of remember that year as being, wow, that was really a challenge, but we made it work. A lot of us got more comfortable using technology. A lot of us, as I mentioned earlier, actually thrived in distance learning. So some people maybe discovered something new about themselves. And yeah, I think that it's always going to be in our memory, but I don't think it's something that's going to prevent us from still doing great things.
So, while a year of online learning has definitely had a negative impact unlike we've ever seen on students' learning in language classes, the resilience of students and teachers will likely get the classes back on track and students ready for wherever their language skills may take them.
Charlotte Shafer reporting for GNHS-TV.